Ule. There we go. It's about 3 months worth of Ules. Captions got that as boles. Interesting. Now it says boys. It's fucked up that the auto captioning does not have Ule. This is the first time I've really looked at the numbers for Grand Blue Guild War, like the stats. How the fuck have people already done 20,000 fights on day one? What the fuck is wrong with people? Like, I'm 100% aware these are outliers, but like, Jesus Christ, it's day one, it's prelims. 20,000. So, in Grand Blue Fantasy, the mobile game, not Relink or the fighting game, every few months there's an event called Guild Wars or Unite and Fight, depending on which version of the translation you're using. And the idea is that you work with your guild to get points by doing a boss fight a bunch. There isn't really a lot of skill involved because people have teams that are so strong that they can just delete the boss in a single turn of combat. And since Grand Blue's a browser-based game, people found out that rather than actually, like, watching all the animations play out, you can just simply put in your attack command and refresh the page or go back to a different page and the fight will be done. So it stops becoming a matter of how quickly can I kill this boss and a matter of how quickly can I optimize refreshing the page, getting the results screen done, or just getting to the results screen and then starting the raid again. And the fights themselves don't take very long when you do this. It's probably about, like, maybe 7 to 10 seconds if you're pretty optimal. Between getting the fight started, finishing the fight, refreshing, going back a couple pages, and then starting again. So people have sat around and done this on day one, because it's a multi-day event. It goes on for about, like, 5 or 6 days, I think. People have already done, on day one of the event, 20,000 instances of killing a boss and refreshing it. Like, it boggles my mind. Like, I've already accepted I'm never gonna ever go for the... I don't think it's 4 hours, I think it's longer. Because let's say you can do about 6... Let's say 7 fights a minute. So 20,000 divided by 7. So that's about 2,857. And then we divide that by 60. Like, it's gonna depend on how good you are at refreshing, but again, you have to do this non-stop. People will treat Guild Wars like a full-time job. So if you want to do, like, top placement in Guild Wars, congratulations, you don't have any plans for that week, basically. I will never get into the high-end stuff for Guild Wars. Thankfully, you don't have to get the important stuff like Celestial Weapons and the Revenant Weapons. Those are not dependent on how well you do as your crew, but man, that shit's fucked up. Anyways, Ule time. We haven't been to Castlevania in like 3 months. I think the last time I streamed this was like October, so yeah, we're a little Dracula's Castle's gonna be a little dusty here. Hello, Ule. Ule. I need to capture the game. I think they probably have their times better. Also, it probably depends on your ping, because, like, legitimately, even an extra, like, second of ping to Japan, because it's all on the Japanese servers, they don't have, like, American servers or whatever. Like, if you're close to Japan, your ping would be a lot better, so you actually are running into issues of the speed of light is too slow for us. I don't think it's 15 fights. They might actually be doing 15 fights if ping is that good. I don't know what it's like. But yeah, Guild Wars is fucked up. Don't do Guild Wars. At least not for the high-end stuff, in my opinion. But yeah, we're gonna do some aria rando, because we haven't done it in a minute. All my pals are at MagFest, I'm sad. I would have loved to go this year, but I think it would have been... Like, I literally came back from another month-long trip not even a week and a half ago, so... I need to give myself a little bit of time, you know? I'm not going to time this run or anything, it's just going to be a nice kind of chill, get back into the swing of things here. Let me just make sure my controls are good. I think we should be dandy here. So I also wanted to do some of this while I was in Australia, but again, the schedules just didn't really work out super well between stuff happening. I mean, if you are indeed... What is that? Oh, shit. Room 1 Muramasa? Fuck yeah. Yes, please. Yum. I'm glad. See, this is why I always kill zombies at the start of every run, because you just might get that real lucky drop. You just might. Like, the thing with MagFest is, like, it's not super expensive as a con. It's not, like, a huge thing. And, actually, I should probably do the old save and sleep trick. Ooh, Legion. There's, like, always something to do is the thing. Like, you can go at any time of the day. It's just, if you don't have anywhere nearby, it might be a little tricky. But, like, there's so much stuff to do there. Like, at any time of day, you can wander around and stuff will be going on, so... You have a lot of options. Ooh, that's the rune ring, actually. Shit. That's a really nice start. I was about to say, I guess I'll throw on that scarf, but, yeah, I think rune ring just kind of wins. Get a lot of MP regen right at the gate here. Vacuum. A rare shot of Persephone in Rando, because the blue slot is either taken up by, what's it called? Flying Armor or Black Panther, usually. God, I miss going to Mac. It's been 5 years. It's been 5 years since the last time I went to MagFest. That's fucked up. 2020. January 2020 was the last time I went. I am saying the vacuum sucks. I probably need flying armor, yeah. It's not that it, honestly, it's not that it sucks, it's just that you have one slot for blue souls. Because I believe it drains health, but, also, yeah, Tsuchimiko real. It drains health, but it's just taking up the very valuable blue slot. No, I know you were making the bit. If I have enough for at least a legion or two. Creaking Skull. Exactly enough for one legion and no more. Now backdash, do I? No, I do not. I don't know why I'm picking this up. I already have... Like, I could honestly bring Muramasa to endgame. It is the best katana in the game. It's not even like, oh, it's a good katana. It is the best one in the game. Like Yasutsuna, whenever I find one of those, I'm happy as a clam. Love to get a Yasutsuna on a day, but get Muramasa for just a random drop? Yes, please. It's not quite the Room 1 Cleave Salish that I got that one time, but it's up there. I'll take it. Realize my mic is not really pointed at me. Also, I realized, forgive me gamers, I've not been using the correct hashtag for my streams. Because normally I use the Andy is live tag, so that way in case people don't want to get spammed with go live notifications, they can just mute the tag. I have not been doing that the past few times. I'm sorry. I've sinned, gamers. Oh, I thought for sure that was a Mimic. Can you tell it's been a while? I thought for sure that was the discolored bag and it was going to be Mimic. I use Legion more because I have Rune Ring and we're playing Wizard mode, so... Yeah, the bones are very brittle in Dracula's Castle. They drink milk. Oh, I just barely didn't have enough for another beam. Legion's also nice because I can pop it and keep moving. Not really a committal move. Oh boy, a combat knife. It's stronger than a regular dagger. I was watching a video about Monster Hunter likes before I started today, and they mentioned Dauntless, and holy shit. If you have not seen what happened to Dauntless, do yourself a favor, don't bother. Apparently they got bought like this crypto company, and the entire game, like, you know, the whole game loop of crafting weapons and stuff, that's gone. You don't craft weapons anymore, you just buy them with premium currency. So, like, just do yourself a favor, don't play Dauntless. Like, it has a battle pass, because of course it has a battle pass, everything is a fucking battle pass now. It's too far. I was honestly surprised it was still going, but, like, man, it is in a real bad state of that's what they're resorting to now. Getting free Tsuchinokos. I gotta remember to equip that when I go to the shop. I keep forgetting that it is there. I feel like I never take advantage of it when I get to Hammer. Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, man. I was about to do my Legion Beam. I was going to do my Legion Beam. Come on. Actually, back on the subject of Grand Blue, I realized I had enough extra Tsuchinokos to uncap mine and, like, get it capped out, so... I would be in a good state to grind money, except that doing the Sky Leap stuff, like getting the Sky Leap points, is so much better than actually, like, selling Tsuchinoko skins. He's a very niche boy. They need to give him something else besides just the money. Like, I know he's apparently like a premium Huanglong, but still. He's the only one in the Cryptid series. Give him something, come on. Give him another uncap, make him meta. He deserves it. Yeah, Fortnite is doing a Miku event or something from what I saw. I don't know, man. Fortnite just doesn't have any... I know it didn't really have much of an identity to start, but it just becomes, like, less and less of an identity. Like, it stops being interesting once it's literally just, like, whatever franchise we can get our hands on, we're doing a collab. I feel like I'm just watching Source filmmaker videos at some point. Goku shoots John Wick and then does the Gwitty. Oh, is Miku a paid skin? Yeah, fuck that then. I could play it for free and get the skin or whatever, that's fine, but... Yeah, there's like a Guitar Hero mode or something. I don't know. You don't play any live service games? What about Super Mario Brothers? Checkmate! Because if you bought the game, you continue playing it. With computer shit on eBay in Yahoo Japan. Okay, that's understandable, though. Oh shit, Curly. Actually still has a niche outside of the one transformation spot. FF14 is absolutely a live service game. My problem with FF14 is, like, I saw some pals getting into it over the past year, and I kind of wanted to get back in, but I bought it on Steam because I was an idiot. And I didn't realize buying it off the Square Enix store would have been much better. Because the deals on the Square Enix store are much, much, much better than the ones on Steam. So my options are either, like, continue waiting on Steam to ever do sales, or just, like, restart my entire fucking account, because you can't transfer accounts between Steam and Square Enix Store. They're, like, distinctly separate ecosystems. You're not allowed to use your same login info. There are rules, so... I don't know, maybe I'll get so far behind that it just becomes more economically viable to buy the Square Enix version. Just like beeline through all the old expansions and stuff, because I feel like at that point it would just be trivial. Plus I could skip all the story cutscenes I've already seen. So like going through all of Realm Reborn and all that stuff would be a lot faster. Just God, then I would have to do all the rep grinds and stuff again. I don't really want to do all the rep grinds and stuff again. I know it's easier. Anyways, that was a good boss fight. I always think Uncursed Potion looks like spoiled milk. It's not. That was especially rude to Manticore, honestly, because Legion Beam is, like, perfectly sized to hit both the head and the tail hitbox. It's very rude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Manticore. I know it's been a while. That was a little rude. I should have at least asked how you're doing, you know? Because they're in the post-expansion release cycle now with Dawn Trail, right? They are on Dawn Trail, right? They didn't release another expansion while I wasn't looking. I like the idea of playing FF14. It's just like I like doing the endgame raid stuff. I just don't have, like, a guild. I never really had a guild, and the people I knew weren't really into, like, the endgame raiding stuff. So it was always just kind of like, do I want to do pub groups with this? Because I remember doing... I think it was shortly before Heavensward, I remember trying to do some of, like, the more... Not, like, you know, the Coil of Bahamut or anything like that, but I tried to do, like, even just the extreme raids, and those were, like, really rough in pickup groups. Also, I just realized I wouldn't have to go through the nightmare of waiting for dungeons to pop anymore. Because now they have trusts for every dungeon, right? Because, God, I remember the first time I did my Ifrit trial and I tried to play Monk, and it took me, no joke, over 40 minutes to do the one boss fight so I could go on with the story. Do the trials have trusts as well? That's just dungeons, right? I don't know how they changed Realm Reborn. I haven't played since they did the big overhaul. Oh boy, grapes. But yeah. I have my, my current MMO-esque aside drug of choice is Warframe right now. Most of the required dungeons have trust, some still require Duty Finder. Okay. But now I know the cheat code of just start with a healer class from the very beginning. The old cheat code of nobody wants to play support, so you can just pick for healer or sometimes tank. Tank can be long sometimes, I find. The queues, at least last time I played. But just pick healer and you'll pop almost instantly as long as it's not like at a weird hour of the day. But it's right, I'm not timing myself. I can just take a little pause and have a sippy. Oh, that's true. I could do Arcanist and get, but then I am committing to play Summoner, so I remember trying Summoner and I wasn't huge on it. Like whatever the what is the healer? What is the support equivalent for Arcanist? Oh, I haven't played Endwalker. Scholar, thank you. I was trying to remember. Like I know it was the class that did the fairies and stuff, but it's not Astrologian. But yeah, I have not played since like 5.3, I want to say, like midway through Shadowbringer's post-story support stuff. I'm like a good 3-4 years behind. Alright, I don't have slide. I think I only really played Summoner like a couple of times just to test it, and I was very over my head because, again, it's, you know, jumping into like a level 80 job where I had not leveled it up from base, you know? Definitely have to spend some more time learning rotations and stuff. Because, like, most of the other jobs are fine as you go through them because you're adding bits and pieces to your kit over time. It's not immediately, you know, walking in with your level 100 kit. For the Eggies into Strikers from a fighting game. So what you're saying is there's reasons to use the ones other than the DPS. Oh no. Actually, I don't have Black Panther. Was Summer most complicated? At least when I played, I thought it was like either Black Mage or like Samurai. I remember the meme of the freestyle samurai because nobody wanted to learn the correct rotation. Summon all three and Bahamut is... Have we learned nothing from the last time Bahamut was summoned? Hello? Wasn't there this entire thing about summoning Bahamut and it being a bad thing? Like, that was the entire reason the game got reworked, is because people had to summon... I know it's not, I'm being facetious, but still. My own personal phoenix. You're summoning Bahamut and then summoning Phoenix to clean up Bahamut. I don't remember if I can do the ceiling or not. Should I use the armor? I use the armor of water, actually. Then there's also all the new classes. What is it, Reaper and Sage? What did Dawn Trail get? I don't even remember what the new classes from Dawn Trail are. Ooh, we're gonna have to go back. Right, Pictomancer. What even is Viper? What is Viper's deal? What do they do? Zidane. So like Thief, but you use Darth Maul lightsabers? Oh, okay, gotcha. What if a sword that was two swords, but then sometimes it was one sword? One sword that was two swords. Alright, let's see what Hammer's got. I guess I could... Oh, I don't even have any of these guys. Probably slap on lubricant or something. Birthday. Round sword. Oh, great. Yeah, Kunitsuna, sorry, you're completely outclassed here. Probably just buy a bunch of potions and stuff. They're not even selling potions, that's fucked up. I thought you always sold at least one healing item in rando, but I guess not. Yeah, I guess what is the like the flow for Viper? Like what is the core mechanic behind Viper? I know like Sage gets their bits and stuff, and then Pictomancer obviously you draw a picture of thing. You get to trance. You get to get trance mode at the end of a fight and waste all of it, just like you're playing FF9 again. Where am I actually? I'm probably meant to go to servants' quarters. Or actually, no, dance hall. To the servants' quarters. Satan's Ring. Unfortunately, it is not the Rune Ring, so it's not good. Satan's Ring kind of stinks in this game, if I'm being honest. Ninja suit. We want the ninja suit? Not really. Alright, I gotta go one over. One more up. It's a combo you do with the cartridge, like in Gunbreaker. Gunbreaker was cool. I remember liking Gunbreaker from when I played it. I didn't go into like any super high-end raids, but I kind of like the more cooldowns with less active time. So like you're popping it when you need it, as opposed to just like kind of whatever, they're off cooldown for most areas. Then you hyperball and scare your healer. Apparently they changed that though. I think it drops you down to half HP now, rather than just down to 1, so it's not as terrifying. Yeah, we're not going for that partisan. Oh wow, I'm gonna take 2 shots to kill these guys. That's fucked up. Creaking Skull. Hooray. I have a weird problem, like, on the subject of live service games. I have a weird problem where, in Warframe, most people have too many Forma blueprints and not enough time to build them. I don't have enough Forma blueprints. Like, I've gotten, I guess, unlucky, but also lucky, because a lot of the relics I've done, like, I've every now and then I'll run some relics. I'm getting the gold and silver rewards and not the ones that give you Forma blueprints. So if you never played Warframe, there's a resource that you can build basically 1 per day called a Forma. And it's kind of how you really min-max all your stuff. Like, it's kind of the key to really make broken stuff, and you want a lot of it. But you can only build 1 per day. And usually the problem is, like, you run some relics and you get blueprints for Forma as you do those relics sometimes. But, you're kind of limited by the fact that you can only do one per day unless you pay real money, so... I'm in a weird spot where I have exhausted all my blueprints because I've just been, like, running them with the companion app while I've been on vacation, and I had, like, a stock of, like, 20-ish, I think. And I just ran through all of them, so I need to constantly, like, bleed out new ones. Like, I need to get a single blueprint every day, otherwise I'm wasting it. I'm not being optimal. Oh, does Viper get, like, a haste as well? Well, that's Monk's thing. They get Greased Lightning. Perish. Tsuchinoko fake. Oh, right. I thought the big golem was going to respawn for some reason. I've also kind of gotten most of the stuff that I want in a Warframe at this point. Like, it's kind of... I've gotten most of the new stuff to do. Like, I'm kind of caught up. So, like, I could do the mastery grind if I really, really, really wanted to, but I don't think I really want to. If you're not familiar with Warframe, every, like, item in the game that you can equip and level up has a stat called Mastery, which is basically just, like, experience for leveling up that weapon. And it's like a global thing, it applies to your account, and there's a couple of things that are locked behind it, but once you get to, like, I think the current cap is, like, 34, because, like, it goes to 30, and then you get, like, Legendary rank, which is just kind of restarting from 1, but you get a little icon by your name. And most of the important stuff, I think, is locked by, like, you know, you get to 15-ish, I think you're good for almost everything in the game. And there are benefits to getting past that, but, like, it's mostly just for bragging rights after that. And it's like, I'm 24 right now, and I don't know that I want to level up every single weapon in the game. I don't know that I'm that hard up to play Warframe, so we'll see. We'll see. Like, there's still plenty of frames I want to play and level up and stuff, and you know, do Forma building and stuff like that. Plus the 1999 thing just came out, so I've got those arcane mods to get and level up. I'm glad that I don't really have to do Eidolons anymore, because, like, the concept of the Eidolon fights is pretty cool. If you're not familiar with Warframe, there's these, like, almost kind of raid bosses called Eidolons, which can only be done in this, like, open world area, and they're not super difficult, but they have, like, a very strict rule of, like, you know, you have to do this, this, and this for the boss fight, and my biggest issue with it is the fact that you have to, like, gather these little guys around the map, like, you have to get them all together to, like, capture the Eidolon rather than killing it, because if you capture it, you get better stuff. And there are these arcane mods, which are, like, these special items that kind of go beyond your regular equipment capacity. A really good time, Skeleton Blaze. And one of them is really useful. There's this one called Arcane Energize, but the others are, like, a little more niche. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't use the original ones anymore. So, originally, that was the only way to get those mods, was by doing the Eidolon fights, and after, like, a few of them, it kind of gets very samey, like, you're just waiting around a lot for the next phase of the boss to trigger. And, like, to be fair, it was their first real experiment doing, like, something like that. Because that was the first open world area they did. But it kind of, like, a lot of it kind of... You really notice how much of it was their first attempt at doing it. Like, it's a lot more waiting around for stuff to happen. There's less, like, active gameplay on your part. So it's not so much like you're doing a cool boss fight, it's more just like you're going down a checklist of things to do in that fight. And a lot of it is just waiting around because the boss will do stuff like flail on the ground while you wait for the next phase, so you just have to kind of sit around and wait for like 10 seconds. It's not super exciting. But they added a way to kind of circumvent that with one of the more recent updates. where you can basically melt down like a bunch of duplicate mons to get this resource that you can then roll for random mons in the final sword. There's also the problem of it's one of the few like explicitly time-locked things in the game. You can only do it at nighttime in the open world area, which is... I want to say it's like 20 or 30... I don't remember how long nighttime lasts in total, but it's like you have periods of like... I want to say it's either half an hour or an hour where you can kind of jump in and do that fight. I think it's probably an hour. That sounds more right. And basically, like, you know, if you're not around when that's available, then you just have to wait, which kind of sucks. It's one of my bigger problems with, like, PSO2, where a lot of, like, the good loot, like, a lot of the good items you really wanted were only available at specific times of day during emergency quests. So if you weren't around during those times, it just kind of turned into... either sitting around and waiting if you had time, otherwise you just kind of shrugged your shoulders and were like, well, I guess I don't get this weapon until I get another chance at it. What are you doing? Poison. Okay. Like, I'm kind of over time-limited stuff. Like, you have to arbitrarily be on at a certain time for things. Most of what Warframe does with their time stuff is fine. Like, when they do special events and stuff, it'll just be available at any time of day for, you know, like, a couple weeks or however long the event lasts. They used to do, like, specific time of day things. Like, you had to be on for an hour to get... you know, a reactor or whatever, but they changed that because they realized it really sucks if you're in the wrong time zone. Or, you know, a lot of people, they work during the day, or they have to take care of school or their children or whatever. So they made it a lot more flexible in that regard, which is good. It's one of the few vestigial things of you still have to be on at this time, otherwise you can't. And, like, to be fair, it is available multiple times in the day. Like, it's not just one opportunity per day to do it. It just does suck if you log on for the day and it's like, oh, well, I have to wait the full hour period for the nighttime thing to happen. I'm posing. Oops. Go back real quick and grab that area then. This is right here. I need to get back into Ellen. Ellen. Because apparently they did add the, like, the Haunted Mansion thing and a bunch of other stuff while I was on vacation. Then Caves of Cud also hit 1.0, so I want to play that. I also really want to get off my ass and actually, like, build my new computer. Because, like, I've been dragging my ass on it long enough, I gotta do it. I'm kind of hitting the point of almost every new game is just out of spec for me, and I don't like that. I'm probably not going to buy... like, I don't know that I'm going to get Wilds immediately when it comes out if I do end up getting the new computer set up. I might just wait because I'm sure they're going to do the old, you know, expansion... and then they'll do the double pack where you get the base game and the expansion for cheaper, so I might just wait on that. Ow. Also, apparently, like, the demo for Wilds was not, like, great in terms of performance, so, like, even on people with good machines, I kind of want to wait and see, like, is this gonna be a problem, you know? Actually, can I do this? I don't think I can actually do this. I'm gonna go the long way back around, because we have Undyne, but we don't, or we have Sculla, but we don't have Undyne. Yeah, I can't actually do this. Unfortunate. Underwater should be mostly alright, because I do have Ascalon for high defense enemies. Or I could actually do the floating garden, I gotta do that too. Technically that's not in logic, but I might just run that anyways, because that's a bunch of checks as well. Ow. You might think, but Andy, you've got the water armor, that'll be great in the water area. No. Very few things in this game use water elemental for damage. You know, the water area, you want the fire elemental, because multiple things there use fire. Yeah, I want to go to Magfest. I think they should just set me up with a little suite in the Gaylord there and send me a plane ticket and be like, here, Andy, you haven't been here in a while. It's on us. It wouldn't be the same, though, because there was this really good place we would go to for, like, breakfast and just, like, food in general, the Potomac Market. And they closed down a while back, I would assume because of COVID, so... like, where the fuck do I go for my breakfast now? What the fuck? Because it wasn't just, like, they didn't just have food there, they also had, like, drinks and stuff, so, like, we would just run down there, pick up a bunch of stuff, load up, it was great. Super convenient, the prices weren't bad. And now it's like, what the fuck do I do with my life? Do I make my own breakfast? That's fucked up. Hell no, I want a egg and cheese muffin, and I want one of their, oh god, their smoothies were so good. They had like this strawberry yogurt smoothie, and I hate myself for leaving half of it one year knowing that I'll never get to have that one again. It was so nice. Here's my advice to you, chat room. Don't leave the smoothie. Finish your smoothie. Actually, no, I can do this. With Kick, you can do it. You are up here, but don't have Undyne. Oh, okay. Oh my god. Okay, that saves that act between screens. I didn't actually know that. Weird niche tech that might become useful at some point. I also have to remember I'm going to need Giant Bat or Hippogriff to get to that one book right beside the opening area. Alright, underwater. Skulla. I'm still just using flying armor. Jeez. I can't actually get to the forbidden area. Kinda stinks. Tear of Blood, I might just take that to sell in case Hammer starts selling healing items, because I really would like some healing items. I feel like I don't really have a lot. Yeah, it's forbidden. We gotta solve the puzzle first, the devious puzzle of they put the icons in the background of the souls you need. Alright, this guy's actually susceptible to the curse from Ramasa. Strawberry. Yum. Heard me talking about the strawberry smoothie. Conk. If you get lucky with the randomizer... Hey, look at that, Gungnir. I was gonna say, if you get lucky with the randomizer, sometimes you just get like a really comically valuable drop-off needles. Although, if you have Black Panther, it's the best way to do this room, otherwise you have to go all the way back and forth. Which I don't. Just raging against the machine for a second. It's weird that I don't have Undyne yet. I was kind of toying with the idea of streaming a new game every single day, like every single time I stream this year. Just streaming something different. Ooh. I think I should be able to reach that from here. But then I realized, like, God, that means I'm only going to stream Aria one time this year. I don't think that's happening. Defense, we're good. Also, I already broke that rule by playing Zaku Zaku Actors twice. Oops. Where's Taxi? Also, I would probably run into the problem of, oh shit, I'm actually out of games to stream that I can, like... I guess I wouldn't technically be out of games to stream, but, like, the ones that I know for sure, like, would be good for streaming or whatever. I'd just be, like, dipping down to the darkest areas of my Steam library, like, please, please. There's gotta be something here that's good for playing. Also, playing any kind of, like, long-form game would just be like, forget it. Any game that takes more than one session? Well, I hope you enjoyed that, that single... You know, that single, run of, I don't know, like Final Fantasy V, let's say I did Fiesta. I hope you enjoyed the first 3 hours of it, because we're not going back. I still never played the original Off. Chad, did you know I've never beaten Off? The video game? The game for computer? The video game? Can I reach that from here? I'll be able to reach that from here. Okay, there's Giant Bat. I mean, there's always the way around it. And just technically, if you never stop streaming, if you just play the entire game through all the way and marathon it, technically you were only playing it one time. Let me just look up the playtime for Zaku Zaku Actors, and 200 hours, huh? I don't know that I'm going to stream the entire thing, though. Like, I wanted to show it off, and it's a really charming game, like, I'm having a good time with it, but... I definitely will not be able to stream all the post-game stuff at the very least. I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, some people do that. Some people just do, like, unattended streams, basically. So I think Twitch did change the rules on that. So remember, there used to be the rule straight up, like, you cannot just have a stream that runs on its own, completely unattended. Although I don't know what the deal was with the Twitch Plays Pokemon thing. I guess they talked to the person and like, found out they were monitoring the stream or something, or probably just it made them enough money that it wasn't worth dinging them specifically. That's a little cheat code with Twitch. If you make enough money for them, you can break rules. That's a cheat code for a lot of things, actually. If you make enough money, you just get to do things. Where'd I ever grab this? That was a Giant Bat, right? Yes. Do we have all the books now, actually? Did I find one already? Oh god, I'm gonna have to look up the finder for this. I don't remember what these are. Yeah, it's the whole thing of if the punishment for a crime is a fine, then that just means it costs this much to do that. That is just the price of doing whatever is illegal. Where's my monster finder? Where's my monster finder? There we are. I'm not going to look up them just yet, because I still need to get the last one, but once we do, we'll do some reading. Or at least I can do Forbidden Zone now. Oh, I have Backdash now, hell yeah. The cheat code that I think a lot of AI art companies haven't figured out yet. Rather than putting money into a computer to make generative AI that may or may not make something that you want, you can just pay an artist, and they'll make it. You can give money to a human being. And they'll make something new, even. Alright, What's the best way to get to the Forbidden Zone? Probably just loop back around the normal way I always go. A little slower because I'm Black Panther, but it's fine. I really wish Steam had just never allowed AI. Because, like, they allow it as long as you disclose you used AI to generate your assets, but, like, man, that should just not even be a thing. Oh, am I capturing the game cursor? That's been there the whole time? Damn. Right, because I was streaming. Right. So I had to capture the cursor the other day to try to do, on-screen stuff. Damn. I'm a Let's Player from 2007. What year is this? I need to crust up my bitrate and then add an unregistered hypercam watermark to make things complete. A lot of people don't notice cursors on screen, but it's one of those things that's just like the very basic, like, come on, you gotta do this. I mean, I would hope you would want quality control out of a marketplace. Although I know now it's all just basically automated. The Steam, the storefront where you're allowed to sell games such as Sex with Hitler. I don't know that itch had to. I feel like they probably just did. Like, not because they were required to, but because they wanted to of their own accord. Like, people try to be so slick and be like, oh, I'll just use it to do this little banner for my game, or I'll just make a couple of background assets and nobody will ever notice. And then people notice, well. Like, hey, you know what you could do? You could just do some art. You just make some art for your game, I promise. If the game is good, people will appreciate it. Ah, help, I've been seated. I mean, I'm not an indie dev and I hate AI art too. Like, it is absolutely ridiculous. It's like beyond the pale. Just people think that, oh yeah, this is fine. Look, I press a button, the computer spits out a picture for me. Is it good? No. Did anybody put any actual time and effort into it? No. Maybe somebody, maybe you got somebody on your team to smooth out the more egregious AI artifacts, but... Yeah, no, honestly, just fucking do, like, your sketch WIP. Your work in progress stuff. Just do little doodles. Like, ask Libra. The dude absolutely was not, like, an artist, but he realized his weakness and just, like, you know what? People have sold asset packs for me already that people have already done the art for. I'll just use that to tell my own story. And he did, and the game was fucking phenomenal. It was my game of the year for 2022. The artist put a lot of work in because they made something. They put their thought and soul into creating something. And a computer is just taking all that image data and taking all that stuff and making its best guess as to what you want based on tags that you supply. And that's why it pisses me off when people are like, oh yeah, I made this look really nice. I tweaked some of the prompts and they look really good now. And I feel like I'm getting some nice results out of this. And the problem is it's trying to, like, people are very slowly trying to push the boundary, like it's a slippery slope where they're just trying to sneak in a couple things here and there, add in like, oh, I'll just do like a little bit. I'll just do it while the game's in beta or whatever. I do not want your AI slop in my game. I'm still mad about the one game that I bought before it really became a problem, like the fucking... I'm just gonna call them, I'm name and shame, Time Wasters. If you ever played a game by, like, Proton Studio, they just straight up put AI art in the game and never disclosed it until Steam basically required it. Any of their like, time clickers, time wasters, I think, all their games have the word time in them, basically. Anything by Proton Studio, don't play their games. I tried to get a refund, but unfortunately it was already like a year after I bought the game that I actually realized it had AI. And it wasn't even just like, oh, they used it for one or two things, like they just, it was all over the game. Really cool tank game that tries to be cool, name and shame, so I can never play it. The only thing worse than people using AI to generate assets for their game is people trying to be sneaky about using AI to generate assets for the game. Mecha Break using AI. Take that on the list. List of games to never play. Yeah, I imagine people are going to try and get more and more crafty about it as time goes on. Was it like they originally didn't have AI and then they put it into the game? Like AI generated assets and then they put it in? Or was it just always AI and people didn't quite catch on until people inspected it? I really would love Black Panther. That'd be quite poggers gaming, as the kids say. That would be very skibbity toilet Ohio Riz. Actually, I gotta go do the ceiling too before I forget about that. Ah. Vote with your dollar. Do not support any game that uses AI assets. Don't support anything that uses AI assets, actually. Not even just games, just anything. You don't want to put in the time and effort to actually make, like, stuff, then I don't want to put in the time and effort to support you. You want to steal a bunch of other people's work and call it your own? Go fuck yourself. How about that? Yeah, name and shame. That's the other thing, yeah, like, the term AI, like, I feel like it's kind of overtaken the original definition of just, like, the rules that, you know, a program operates by, which is not the same. Yeah, that's the thing I was saying, like, they're trying to get more slick about it. Like, they're just trying to use it for, like, little minor background assets that nobody's gonna be spending a lot of time looking at. Oh, fuck, I never used the teleport of the underwater area, did I? Damn it. I might not even have to go back, honestly. Andy'sville. Yeah, my new house. Please join my crypto real world NFT game where you can buy land. And Crypto Luigi can sell you on things. God, I love how Luigi just became, like, this hero of the people. This is the term to call Luigi. Because, yeah, that's the thing. Like, we've had machine learning, and we can use it for cool stuff. That's the thing. We can absolutely use it for, like, you know, folding at home, protein folding. To distribute tasks that are otherwise inordinately difficult for humans to do. There are absolutely good applications of generative content. It's just the fact that people are using it for, oh, look at me, I'm an artist now. I typed words into a box and a picture came out. I'm a very good artist. Alright, let's see what these books are. Lives close to the shore and attack. That's Merman. I don't know if I have the Merman soul. That is Stolas, I think? That's Alistair. Okay, the last one is Stolas. So, Alistair, Stolas, and Merman. Tankhead? Alright. This is all very good data. Okay, we have Merman. We do not have... Oh no, we have Alistair. Do we have Stolas? Oh, we do have Stolas. We're actually in Go mode, because we have Skulla, too. Okay, in that case, well, let me, probably hang on to the final sword, because that's really strong. Probably just sell the Gungers. And then just buy food with the rest of it. So I was gonna say, we have the expansion now, so we can just cap that out and be good to go. Honestly, there's nothing good here. I have the demon mail already. Just spend the rest on super potions. This is very overkill. This is absolutely not necessary, but... Ah, Wobbly streamed it. That always sucks when you, like, you see a game that looks cool. It's like, oh yeah, this is really neat. I'm gonna show it off, and you find out, like... Yeah, no, of course. I would never blame them for doing it. Because people, like, they'll hide that shit is the problem. Is this actually the best way to get there? I guess it is. Because that's the thing, like, we can use technology, we can use this kind of stuff to help us, like, actually do useful things, like use it for medical research and scientific research, but instead people just want to use it to make money, because of course! Why do something meaningful when you can make more fucking money? Need an AI image of this? Damn. My sister was talking about, like, how she tried to use AI to make, like, a meal plan, and it just kept giving her different figures. Like, she kept specifying, don't use eggs. Okay, we won't use eggs for this meal plan, and then it just gave her boiled eggs. And I'm genuinely worried in, like, how many people will just take whatever the first thing the AI spits out as them as gospel. This should lead, yeah, this leads to top floor. God, you can tell it's been a long time since I played this, because... Wait, no, Clock Tower, no, this doesn't lead to top floor, never mind. I'd have to go the long way around. We're not going to the Julius fight yet, we're going to... Graham. White Dragon. Actually, I could probably use something other than Skulla now. I'll need it for, like, one room. Probably just lubricant. Lube it up. Using Giant Bat as a pseudo Black Panther. Feels bad. If I had Wooden Golem, then that would be like the peak of MP regen. hit? I don't even know that I want to bother checking, because we have Final Sword. Like, Cleave's Leash would be nice, but we have Backdash Cancel. Final Sword isn't really that much worse. I don't even know. I'm just doing this out of habit, because it's here. Because Final Sword is big and strong and can multi-hit. What am I fighting Soulless? I don't have to fight any of these guys. We got Demon Mail. We have Final Sword. This is endgame gear. We're good. Just go straight to Graham and win. Plus, we have a stock of 9 of every single type of good potion, basically. I should just probably pop the ball on here. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to, like, 5 years from now when it's trying to get implemented and everything. No, it doesn't look dumb. It's great. What are you talking about? This high school student is absolutely able... Actually, Levitating is not a bad sword either. If I had found no other good weapons, I'd still have something real nice for Graham here. Alright, so Merman, Alistair, and Stolas is what we need. Dosha! Wrong, it looks like the Aria of Sorrow Final Sword. Oh god, backdashes are weak. Okay, should be in meatball phase now. Alright, Merman, Alistair, Stolas. Actually, Stolas is nice because it lets me do a lot of damage with Legion. Oh right, I can't use Legion because I have Merman, right, Merman, the bad soul. Guess I could summon Alistair. Alright, back to Legion. Actually, Manticore's good here too. Guess I forgot this does the wumbo damage. This cannot be. Does that mean I'm not Dracula? Black Panther? Damn. It's fucked up. Red Minotaur is funny, but way overpriced. Red Minotaur is like the highest hitting damage in the game. But it's also tremendously expensive. I should probably get Giant Bat to judge through Clock Tower. I like a good judge every now and then, you know? Ooh, but what if? What if I simply had all the MP regen? You ever get this combo in Wizard mode, it's very funny, because you just never really need an MP recovery item, you just get it naturally. Really? Let me check the wiki for that hitbox, because that was fucked up. Oh, right. Bit of a weird route on this one. Technically, we didn't have to do Floating Guard, we didn't have to do Clock Tower. Most of Underground Reservoir was not necessary, I think. Wait. No, this is correct, because I gotta go through Floating Garden. Gotta go across the top. We're still good. We're still good. Back on the subject of Grand Blue earlier. I've had weirdly good luck with some grids, like my Magna 3 grids, and then really bad luck with some of them. Alright, I need my transformation here. Like, I have my wind grid assembled, that wasn't particularly bad. Water is tremendously stingy, like I have enough to uncap like 3 of the axes and katanas, but not enough, like I only have 2 daggers uncapped so far. It's very painful. Thankfully, it's something I can kind of just do passively in the background, like I just let my homies auto, they do all the required blue chest honors on a single turn. I gotta press a lot of buttons, but it's fine, again, it's all background, so... Oh, he did it. He did the ule. You like that little ule there, chat? He did a little ule. Please clap. Oh, he's item crashing. I could use my soundboard more. I think they fixed the issue that was causing, like, the Streamlabs to just... Or the OBS, not OBS, the Stream Deck software to just kind of stop responding invisibly. Like, my Stream Deck would still be lit up and look like it's active, but I would press a button, nothing would happen. Damn, that was a no damage Julius, actually. Not bad after 3 months of not playing it. I haven't had that happen in a few days, and normally it would happen at least, like, once a day. No, relaunching it would fix it, it's just the problem is you had to relaunch it every single time, so, like, let's say, you know, you had a really good bit, like, oh man, I'm about to do my big damage quote, and then you press the button and nothing happens, so tell everybody, alright guys, wait a minute, wait, I have to restart the software, wait. And then the moment has long since passed and you're just doing something and then all of a sudden...
That's what we like to call big damage.
And the joke just doesn't work. The joke is ruined. Ooh, Valmanway. Could actually kind of use it against Form 1 Chaos and the eyeballs. If I really wanted to be cheeky, I could do like Danger Soma. Go for like max stat lubricant. Go down to 1 HP and try not to die. Oh my god, this guy's gonna be a pain in the ass. Pain in my behind. I should probably be a little more careful. I don't want to fight upgraded Creaking Skull. He's scary. Very least this time I can use the bat to not fly directly into the slime like I always do. Or jump directly into it. Like, there's a really tight timing you can do that lets you jump over it. Okay, when that happens, you just take a single point of damage from off-screen and it just stuns you in the doorway. Here's the false go mode room in case you have all the books, like all the souls you need, but you don't have Skulla. This is the room that kills your dream. Yeah. We got everything we need, I think. Oh god. Right. Even with all the MP regen, I do still use MP. I do still need to regenerate it. Really? I think the succubi can actually catch you. Like, if you're above them in bat form, I think it's possible for the grab, because it's got a really big hitbox, as it turns out. Okay, we're not gonna need giant bat. Probably just Manticore. Might just use Valmon Way, honestly, for fate. Oh god, I don't really have a lot of strength, though. We'll see, we'll see. Valmon Way is like a much weaker version of the Chrysogrim. You can still attack while moving freely, but you're also doing way less damage. Ah, you know what, I'm just gonna use Final Sword. Or Moss would also be good, actually. Because you really have to mash with Valmon Way, like you can't buffer it like you can with other weapons. So like there's backdash canceling, it's pointless. Plus a multi-hit with this means like 6 hits with the Valmon Way. Not doing a great chaos fight here though. Go figure, I do flawless Julius and then my my chaos game is very weak. Actually, you know what? 2. Post this number to immediately kill chaos. Dial this number. Honestly, I might even just be able to rush down the core with our MP regen. It's crazy enough. You might say he's very chaotic. Thank you for coming to my YouTube channel. I think I have a mana prism. I do. Actually, the first phase of Chaos is like the most predictable fight in the game, I think. Because it always follows the exact same pattern every single time. It's phase 2 that's more the pain in the ass. Phase 2, sometimes the worm just decides it's interrupting all of your attacks and you must simply hold this. Probably about like an hour, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Not too bad. Unfortunately, we didn't get Black Panther, so it was going to be a slower seed, but everything else was really nice. We got to skip Coliseum, we got to skip a good chunk of Reservoir, didn't have to do Floating Island, or Floating Gardens. I don't think Soma and Jack Garland would be friends, because Soma just kills Chaos, like, as part of his job. It's not really, like, he doesn't have the need. Whereas our boy Jack, we've all heard his speech. It's not something he wants to do, he needs to. Someone also probably controls Chaos. I mean, so does Jack. Well, Phase 1 Chaos is like... the MP drain, it's whatever, because you can't use your souls anyways. The crystals are pretty easy to dodge, and then the big boy... like, he always just goes directly to where you are, like it's just a straight shot, so it's relatively easy to misdirect it. I was just being bad. Yeah, that's seed 1. Not a bad seed at all. Just would have loved some more Black Panther in there. Would have been very nice as a treat. We got another one, don't worry. 442, so this one is 457. 7! 7. I should play through Final Fantasy Origin again. Stranger Paradise is such a good game. In case you've never played it, if you enjoy like Neo, it's the same dev team. It's basically like Neo, but Final Fantasy. So like you have, you know, all your Final Fantasy monsters. You got your Blizzagas and your Thundagas and your Ultimas and your Dragoon jumps. It's very fun. You just have to simply accept that this also comes with the Neo levels of gear number, so for the main campaign, at least you can probably just get away by using whatever's the strongest gear. Going with that. Oh, such a good game. Another game I have to build, or I have to play on my new PC when I build it. Because on my PC, it runs not great. The DLC is fun, it's just you really have to start optimizing your gear sets, because it's like a fixed difficulty for the DLC, you can't just drop it down to easy mode or whatever. Because once you get into the DLC, it's like when you really need to start optimizing your gear sets and doing all the, like, the synergy bonuses. I don't know, I kind of like the gear nonsense just because, like, it is a Final Fantasy game, so I want there to be goofy-ass builds you can assemble to just, like, have functionally infinite MP or whatever. My only issue is that I got my copy of the game from Square Enix since it was originally EGS exclusive. That was the platform I got it on, so if I wanted to play with anybody on Steam, I would have to buy another copy of the game, which, if it was cheap enough, I might actually consider doing. Play again with a pal who doesn't want to jump on EGS, because I totally understand. EGS is mostly there for me to just accumulate free games. Like, I'm pretty sure my library is in the hundreds at this point. Yeah, exactly. Like, the main game, you can optimize if you really want to, but it's not that meaningful. Whereas the DLCs, when it starts going, okay, like, you really gotta work on assembling class sets that synergize with what you're doing, you know? Freaking skull. I've got more up here than shoot my spears. Oh, nice, early Malphus. Always love to see a Malphus on a day. You also have to think a lot more about your class combinations, because again, like, main game, you can kind of get away with almost whatever. Is the broadsword the really slow one? Yeah, this is a really slow one. I don't like it. Whipsword is long, but it's not very good. I'm still gonna finish Neo 2. Maybe that's another game I need to knock out before Stranger Paradise, playing that a second time. I never played Transformers Devastation. But yeah, later on in Stranger Paradise, like, the main game you can kind of treat as a character action game for the most part, and you'll be okay, like Neo or whatever. But then, yeah, if you want to do all the DLCs, that's when you really need to... You have to embrace the number. You cannot simply press the optimize and win. Okay, the problem is there's like 5 harder than hard modes now. I think it's like normal, I think easy, normal, hard. I think there's like chaos and there's... What is it? Bahamut difficulty, Gilgamesh difficulty. What was the last one? Was there an ultimate mode? I don't remember the difficulty names. There were a bunch of difficulties in Stranger Paradise. Also, Tall Hammer's not bad at all. Got a nice amount of damage. Alright, I don't have backdash anymore. We'll one-shot all the armors at least. Legion's back. Just really wanted to say hi. Pretty solid soul. I'm never unhappy to find Legion. A little expensive, but I'm definitely not casting Balor, so... what are you? Oh, nice. There's my backdash. Beautiful. We've solved the problem with Tall Hammer. I'll take some cash. Alright, time to clip through the wall here. Yeah, cream soda. God, the arc on this hammer is so weird. And I'm not talking about the electricity. But yeah, I don't mind a little bit of, like, number get bigger. It just has to be an interesting way, which is kind of like why I like Warframe a lot. Because, like, you're making the number bigger, but it's not just simply a matter of, like, you know, get as much number as you can for, like, weapon damage or whatever. Like, you have to think about how your mods interact. You have to think about, like, what status effects you get out of combining your damage types. You have to think about, are there mods that work well with this combo? It's not just like, you know, you grind your weapon over and over and over again, and it just gets stronger by using it. You have to actually think about, like, how you combine it. Or just follow a build guide, but I'm not your dad. It's also, like, in a good spot, I think, of letting you tweak builds a little bit and still be effective for, like, 99% of the game content. Because, like, obviously, if you want to go to level cap, if you want to get to, you know, infinite endurance, where you go to enemies being level 9999 or whatever, then yeah, you need to specifically build for that. But for most content in the game, you can kind of get away with not having the best build in the world or whatever. Like, I would say Deep Archimedes is the one that really, really, really wants more specialized stuff. But the only thing in the game, I should say, that requires specialized stuff that isn't just going infinite in survival or whatever. I still have to finish the Steel Path star chart. I just do not want to do the interception nodes. I might just probably need that flying armor. Like, I can kind of solo them with Protea, but I guess I could also use Spectres and stuff, like On-Call Crew or whatever. I never really touched that. Like, I know I could probably just jump into a pup group and win with it. Onikiri's actually pretty solid, too. A lot easier to use than Tall Hammer, at least. I was very briefly toying around with the idea of streaming on the subject of games with numbers go up. I was toying with the idea of streaming, like, the English version of PSO2 from the beginning, because I've never actually streamed, like, that game, like, the premise of it. I've just kind of, like, streamed it here and there. So, like, you see bits and pieces of, like, raids jumping in and out, but, like, the story for that game is all over the place, and unless you know what's going on, it's very difficult to follow. But then it also required me to reinstall PSO2, and I don't really want to commit to that. I want to say the Earth, like the part of PSO2 where you go to Earth takes place in 2028, so we're pretty close. Maybe 3 years from now I'll stream through so I can canonically play through its intended time. That'd be funny. That'd be a funny, you know, 200+ hour playthrough, probably more. Just for a single bit that aligns with the story. Anyways, Black Panther's here. We all love Black Panther. I love clipping over ledges. It's so good. It's the best. I'll take a little more defense. Bong. Well, the thing is, like, the story mode in PS, it's not like FF14 where you, like, you have a bunch of cutscenes. Like, the first 3 chapters of the game, I think, were more, like, weird experimental stuff, and eventually they just kind of turned it into this big omnibus. Because, like, the way the story worked in the original one was closer to, or the original PSO2, I should say, was closer to PSO1, where, like, you would, like, get bits and pieces of it. Like, you'd get a little mini cutscene during another quest you were doing. Like, you had the whole, the Matterboard in the Japanese version, they called it the Matrix, what was it, like, God, I don't even remember what it was called. Like the Diversion Matrix or something in the English version. And, like, you would do one mission, and you could unlock one piece of your story at a time, basically. So, like, you had this weird thing where you were just doing a regular mission, and then a tiny little micro cutscene would play. Oh god. Oh god. I should probably heal. I feel like I'm gonna get juggled if I try it again. But they eventually changed it, I think, in episode 5, I want to say. They changed it to just like a more traditional, you know, here's some cutscenes for the story. I don't even know if you can play those missions. I think it's just like, it's all in the story now. Like, I don't think you actually play that bit anymore. And they just have like the little scripted boss fights here and there that you do. But they are absolutely trivial now because, you know, power creep is a thing. A lot of that was designed when the run speed was glacial. And, you know, all the classes weren't buffed to shit because they were still trying to pace out the content bit by bit. Back when doing 1,000 damage on a hit was considered impressive, now I'm pretty sure you could just do that with starting gear. NGS, I don't know. I don't know with NGS, man. It's still running, but I genuinely have no idea what's going on with it, and I genuinely have no desire to know what's going on with it. And that's bad for a PSO game. Like, I want to play Phantasy Star Nova more than I want to play NGS. Nova, which is just kind of like a retooled version of Phantasy Star Online 2. Made to work on the Vita, and also, like, with a few different weapon types, I think. I want to see the weird evolutionary offshoot, not just NGS. God, I could rant about NGS forever. I won't, but I could. We should probably change our armor here. Casual clothing falls off very quickly. Especially at the rate you do a randomizer. Yeah, I don't think it would take... It would probably just take, like, maybe not even a month, honestly. I'm pretty sure you could just knock it out in, like, a few weeks with how the story works. Because, again, you're not playing through all the stuff anymore. It's just... You watch cutscenes. Episode 1 to 3 is just cutscenes now. Alright, I gotta grab this. For some reason I thought I had Hippogriff. I just confidently pressed L, imagining I was going to go skyrocketing into the air, and then I didn't. Professor Knuckles, decent, but you really want a high strength stat. Alright, I can just use... Actually... Okay, maybe it was switching. Maybe it was worth switching to the Tall Hammer. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's worth switching to Tall Hammer. This guy has a suit of armor, which means he's very weak to lightning, and he was one shot from dying anyways. Tsuchinoko... Oh, wait, this is Tsuchinoko room. Ignore me! God, it really has been a while since I played this. I thought Hammer was a Tsuchinoko. I apologize, chat. Apologies, gamers. Time to change my profile picture to a black square and say something like gone. Before uploading a really insincere apology video where I don't actually apologize for the thing that I did. I'll never apologize for the thing I did, but somehow managed to make everybody make it seem like you guys wronged me. Bye. I don't know, I don't think I've ever seen Hammer and Tsuchinoko in the same room, so... I was like an inch away from leaving the room, then I noticed the red soul coming at me. I've been gone for so long that my YouTube algorithm has just kind of reverted me to a more default state, because it just gives me like the weirdest unhinged shit. Like, I don't care about true crime, I don't want to watch true crime, why are you recommending this to me? Like, I get it, I watched that one Family Guy killer parody video, you know, half a year ago, but... Aha, I gotcha! Tricked you! Now you're still a viewer. Ew, basic katana. You call this a katana? Gold ring. Alright, what's Hammer got? Got a gun. It's got the demon now. Could sell the Tall Hammer for a lot of money. I think I'll probably just buy some teen grapes. Oh, I fully believe it. In a weird way, that's almost kind of more ethical than using, like, real people's information for that stuff. I don't have Kicker Skeleton, do I? No. I was gonna say, I can't go get the healing item there, then. There's an awkward angle for Legion to hit that. I'm just gonna go grab it. Yeah, if it's fake stories, how can it be true crime anymore? Just crime. At that point, you might as well just write crime fiction. But, that effort thing. Yeah, I remember hearing about that. Netflix has clearly stopped caring. Also trying to jack their prices up again, like, we were having issues. My brother apparently, like, he's got this whole thing where he shares his Netflix subscription with, you know, members of his in-laws' family and blah blah blah. And apparently they're making their restrictions way tighter and also increasing the price again, so... I wonder how much longer people are going to deal with this. The selection is getting smaller, the prices are going higher. Damage tank for this. I think steel plate is... That's a little weaker than water. Like I said, you give them an inch, you give these AI losers just a tiny bit of leeway to be like, oh yeah, we can put in our game or our thing or whatever. We'll keep doing it. Ooh, Gladiator, yes please. Love that shit. I don't have enough MP for it, but I love that shit. What if you had a wheel that did an inexplicably high amount of damage and also was physics enabled? Yes, yes. I'd love nothing better. Actually, a pretty solid boss to use this against, too. You get multi-hits easily. It's also a lot cheaper than Legion, so you can spam it a little better once I get more levels. Tsuchinoko Fake. Oh, Nightmare's also a good soul as well. I'm getting a lot of good bullet souls this time. Legion's here, Nightmare's here, Gladiator's here, Blue Crow is not a great bullet soul. Like, I continue to go back to the old ways of just downloading stuff now and saving it locally to a device, because streaming is just becoming such a pain now. Just want to tag the teleport room. Congratulations, Netflix, you have reinvented cable. There's Hippogriff. Alright, we got a nice little speedy seed now. We got zoomies. Play more, I wish I would play less. Ha 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 ha! Twitch.tv/ADML, follow for more. Armor, I think it's weaker than water in terms of defense. I think it gives me like a little bit of extra strength, but I'd rather have the defense because I'm going to be running into everything as pictured. I could dip in here to get a quick kill. I should probably save too. I feel like I'm going to do something really dumb and then get killed and lose like a half an hour of progress. And that basically kills the seed. So we get to do the ceiling check right here as we come in, which is just great. Love that for me. This is kind of unrelated to pretty much anything I talked about, but my brother picked up Time Splitters 2 because I guess he wanted to give another play while I was there. The AI in that game is so fucking overtuned. Like, the second you stick your pinky toe around a corner, you get shot. And it's not great about showing where shots come from either. Like, I remember doing the Chicago level on normal, and it's just like, you're just taking damage and there's no indicator where it's coming from because there's just these dudes in these dark, like, rooms up top in the apartments above you. And they're just constantly fucking, like, tagging you as soon as you walk outside, and, like, you can't really, you know, locate where they are. And you might think, ah, but Andy, you had that little radar thing in the game that shows you where enemies are, you should use that. I did, except that it doesn't actually show them unless they're either close to you or have spawned yet. Because some enemies don't actually exist until the game spawns them in for, like, you know, a trigger or whatever. So you'll be thinking, oh yeah, I'll just use my little radar thing, it's great. and then an enemy will start existing behind you, and you'll just simply have to hold that. Like, it's a shame that the Time Splitter series never really took off. Because, like, it was all the original GoldenEye devs kind of, like, doing their version of GoldenEye that wasn't really tied to the movie license. Oh no, 2 is a good game. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying the AI, like the single-player campaign, the enemies are way fucking overtuned. Or are they doing a 4th Time Splitters? Because I know they did the 3, right? They did 1 and 2 and then Future Perfect, which was just 3. They didn't call it 3. I know they teased 4, but that never happened. Oh no, I'm not saying, like, the hit indicator is what it needed. I'm just saying that, like, compared to, you know, GoldenEye and Perfect Dark, like, the second you round a corner, if an enemy is alerted to you, like, if they know somebody is there, like, you will just immediately get beamed. The second you are in, you know, hit scan range, you get hit scanned. I guess they were trying to, like, overcompensate from GoldenEye and Perfect Dark, where it was a little easier, but I never played Time Splitters 1, so maybe that one was also overtuned. Yum, rotten meat. I should probably go for Floating Garden, I think. Actually, let me grab the warp here, because I might have to come back. Oh, do I have Galamoth? No. No, I do have Galamoth. Did I not do that? When did I do Galamoth? I must have had that already and I just forgot. Also, enemies will constantly be, like, bobbing around in, like, just the right way to fuck up your auto-aim. Who would win in a fight? A time-traveling super soldier from, like, the year 2300, loaded down with tons of guns, or one guy doing a little hat wobble in Flargenstow? Place your bets now. Did I come down here? No, I didn't. Why didn't I go down here? I must have gotten Galamoth, like, either right after that, or I just totally forgot. I entered a fugue state. Like, it's not quite the level of, you know, Call of Duty dolphin diving or whatever, but it's kind of close. At least that's what it felt like. Maybe it's also just I'm more used to PC shooters now, whereas when I first played the game, I was more of a console shooter boy. GoldenEye and Perfect Dark and all that stuff, I wasn't quite into PC stuff yet. Mapmaker was cool as hell, though. That was way ahead of its time. Like, compared to modern, you know, level design tools, it's a lot more simple, but it kind of had to be, because it was for the GameCube and the PlayStation 2. Just think of, like, any other game for the console which had, like, a full-blown FPS level editor. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna... we can save that check for later. Do I have Skulla yet? Okay, we still have to do that check because it might be Skulla, but I'll probably just do that on the way back. I still remember playing Dead Island 2 and, like, my one moment of true happiness from that game came from going to the arcade and hearing the Time Splitters music coming out of somewhere. There's Skulla. I guess I can just go this way. Because I guess they had, like, some of the same dev team on that game or something. Dead Island, like... I didn't really like Dead Island 2, but I also didn't really like Dead Island 1 as well. Like, I played through it because it was a co-op zombie game, and that was the thing to do back when it released. Like, everybody was doing zombie games. That's actually better than what I have. Kitsuna. A little bit. We've got that deluge of zombie games from like 2008 to I want to say like 2013, 2014. That's about when people started to get tired of it. Maybe a little later, because I remember, I think the Overkill game, they tried to do The Walking Dead and it was not very good. I just saw that, before I went live, speaking of zombie games, I saw that Left 4 Dead 2 had another update. Say what you will about Valve, but they do at least support their games. I still have to watch, or either watch or I guess play through Half-Life 2, like with all the commentary nodes and stuff that they added in. That's really cool. I like when they do commentary. This be? Oh, that's right, I don't have kick yet. Is that all the ability souls? Sure is. So I also haven't played through Half-Life 2 in forever. Like probably 2005, 2006 would have been the last time I played through it in full, so I don't count, you know, Gmod and all that as playing Half-Life 2, because it really is not. I haven't played Gmod in forever either. God, I don't want to super jump because that'll slam me right into the spikes and take a bunch of my blood. Legitimately, I think the trailer for Dead Island did, like, so much more for the game. Because, like, everybody was talking about the Dead Island trailer, about how, like, oh, this is so nice, oh, this is... I can't believe it's so emotional, oh, it's... And then it just turned out to be, haha, funny, hootie voodoo bitch, zombie game, ha ha ha. Also not a very good one. Oh, cool, you can craft, like, elemental weapons and stuff, and they're functionally gonna be the same for the next, you know, 50 levels or whatever. Because it's just a numbers go up game, there's very little unique about it. Oh, it lights them on fire a little bit, I guess. Oh, you like crafting weapons? Hope you didn't pick the character that throws them away, haha. What do you use for death? Probably just Kunitsuna. Yeah, trailers, I don't even bother watching most trailers anymore, like, even for games I'm interested in. Because, A, I just want to watch... Like, I'd rather play the game on my own terms and not have, you know, plot beats or whatever spoiled for me. If it's like a game I'm kind of on the fence about, I will watch the trailer, but... Again, like, if it doesn't show any gameplay, then, yeah, I'm here for the gameplay. If it's only, like, you know, CG or whatever, then yeah, at that point I'm a little sus. If you're not willing to show what the game actually looks like in the trailer, then yeah. You find that one really good image that Rito posted, where it's Juiced Belmont from Lament of... or not Lament of Innocence, I can't remember the name, the second one in the GBA. Where Juice just going, "Arr, death!" It's a good image. Rito's at Mag Fest. MagFest, and I'm not at MagFest, and I could be hanging out with Ryudo. No.
Great! I knew that groove
Yo,
was
Jordan,
in your
thank you for the
heart.
raid.
Oh man, are you ready for this?
You know what? You know what? Since we're not timing ourselves, I'm gonna do a little shout out. Yo, shoutouts to Jordan. Thank you for the raid. We're playing some Aria Randomizer. I haven't played this in like 3 months. And it's like one of my favorite randomizers, so I figured I have to fix this. Yeah, go follow Jordan. He's a good dude. I forgot my roots. I'm sorry. But yeah, we were just talking about zombie games and how like from 2008 to like 2014, 2015, there was just a mess of zombie games. I feel like it was like the next evolution of the World War II shooter that people just got tired of it. And this time I don't have my cursor on screen, so it's like I'm a professional streamer now or something. Where do I want to go? Probably do, yeah, we do Reservoir. Also I can check Hammer because Killing Death, I believe, unlocks something new. Oh yeah, that's true, I forgot World at War had a zombie mode. Yeah, I think it was like World War II, zombies, Battle Royale. What is the current trend? I think it became hero shooters for a bit. And then now I would probably say like live service games. Just like in general. Gacha's always just kind of been there in like the background. It's not until Genshin Impact I think it really popped off. But it kind of just is like live service games now, I think. I'm actually going to sell the Tall Hammer because I don't really like it as a weapon. And I kind of want to buy the Room Ring. Which is a lot better than Satan's Ring. Like, Genshin Impact is almost kind of like a separate branch of the live service game tree, I think. Oh, wait, I'm going the wrong way. Like, it's the gacha branch of live service, whereas, you know, you've got your Destiny 2, World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy 14. Although people are absolutely trying to battle pass and gacha up their games as much as they can, which, shame on you. Battle passes should have never existed as a concept. It's the worst. Ooh, wooden golem, too. What if we just went full MP regen again? What if we went full gladiator? Throw some wheels around. Oh, I need Skull for this, though. Unfortunate. At least I can farm these needles if they drop anything good. They probably won't. Oh, flame armor. That's actually nice. Stronger than the armor of water and also resists more of the damage is done here. Speaking of fire, Levitating is actually really good. I'm going to use that. You would think it's a water area. Why would fire be good? It is. It just is. You fool who has been trained by games like Pokemon to think that grass or earth oppose water. Oh no, hero shooters are definitely like on the back end. I think Marvel Rivals just did so well because it's like, you know, everybody likes Marvel stuff, and also it's like Overwatch 2 really fucked it up. Like, people are desperate for any kind of decently well done hero shooter that isn't Overwatch. This man, Overwatch. You fucked it up so bad. Even assuming, like, it wasn't made by Blizzard, they fucked it up so bad. Yeah, Street Fighter 6 has no reason to have a battle pass. Fighting games don't need battle passes. How many books do I have? just that one. I think that's Gorgon. Yeah, I don't know what happened with Concord exactly. Because, like, they absolutely had the money for it because, like, you know, they developed the game and also had that one episode of the TV show. Like, they already had licensing stuff lined up. That one episode just completely based around the game. Is that out yet? Secret Level or whatever it's called? Go back to Overwatch and they made 6v6 standard again. So here's the thing, Tom Nook Yankees. They're introducing Overwatch Classic as a mode in Overwatch 2 with 6v6 and uncapped tanks. I don't know if that's going to be a limited time event or if that's going to be a permanent thing, but I also don't know if this is going to include any of the balance changes from Overwatch or if this is just going to be like, you know, Overwatch 1.0 basically, because Overwatch 1.0 was in a rough spot. I don't know if anybody here played Overwatch 1 like right on release, but it was bad. It was, as soon as people figured out that you could just throw a million gorillas at the problem, and as soon as your gorillas go down, you send in your medic to revive them all for free, for no real threat to them. There's a reason they had the rules about tank limits and character limits. I don't know that paying the top 10 Twitch streamers to play Concord for a week would have worked. Yeah, God, Zenyatta dying immediately. I think Tracer also had the same problem where both of them died to a single body shot if Widow was around. I remember I played Tracer on release and playing against any Widow was just a fucking nightmare. Killerfish. But yeah, like, they just took all the goodwill they had built up with Overwatch 1 and threw it in the trash. Oh yeah, I'm sure it would have gotten more eyes on it. The thing is, you can pay, you know, people to advertise it, but at the end of the day, if people don't like the game, then there's not a lot you can do about it. And like, the writing was already kind of on the wall, like with all the sales, or the lack of sales, I guess. Like, nobody wants to buy into a game that is clearly struggling in terms of player count, especially when said game is meant to be multiplayer focused. I just noticed the waterfall does some weird shit when you jump off screen like that. Like getting scaled dynamically. Oh god, release Hanzo Scatter Arrow. Aim slightly in front of their feet. Congratulations, you just killed the tank. You killed the tank on, what was it, like an 8-second cooldown? Something stupid like that. Simple geometry. Do I have a transformation? I do, I did. There's also the problem where they're not going to recapture that lightning in the bottle. Like, doing an Overwatch Classic event is not going to magically get everybody who has been burned by Overwatch 2 to come back and say, oh yeah, let's play Overwatch again. You might get a few, you know, curiosity installs, but that's kind of it, I think. Didn't they recently finally put out a patch for Warcraft 3 that fixed some of the issues that people were having? I don't know if it fixed all of them, but after being in a, like, broken state for years and years and years, they finally tweaked it. I'll just keep the flame plate, honestly. Yeah, shoutouts to TF2 for preempting all the gacha bullshit. Back in, when did they introduce that? That was like 20... Was it like 2010 when they first started doing the crates? Oh, farmable grapes, yeah. Okay, we're getting all the books now. That is... That dead soldier? Okay, there's specifically zombie soldier and zombie officer. There's two different things. So this is soldier, the other one is officer. This is, I would assume, giant ghost, but let's just confirm. Doing giant ghost. There's one that says transformed into a giant insect, so that's giant ghost, and then this one is Gorgon? Okay, yeah, that one is Gorgon. So dead soldier, giant ghost, Gorgon. Are we in go mode? Zombie soldier. We don't have giant ghost. We still need giant ghost, and we still need Gorgon, so we're not in go mode. How long has FIFA been doing their, like, football Ultimate Team, or FIFA Ultimate Team loot box thing? When was that added in? Because apparently that is just, like, stupid profitable. And, like, people willingly just buy the new version of the game that resets all your progress on your transactions because, oh, new roster update. Like, I'm not here to tell your business, but Jesus Christ. You're playing FIFA Ultimate Team, spend your money on literally anything else. Is there anything I have to do here before I dip back? I think we're good. We still need Gorgon and we still need Giant Ghost, so until we get those souls, we're not in good mode, so we gotta do checks. Like, it boggles my mind on how people voluntarily are like, yeah, I know this is gonna be my entire team, like all the money I spent on this gacha, on this loot box, on gambling, is gonna be gone within a year. But it's alright, because I can do it again there, too. Hard to check this. Okay, I guess we just keep going regular style now. It's not to say, you know, all the gacha games that fold within a year. Only game, like, the only gacha game I ever spent money on was Puzzle & Dragons, and that was very brief. Had I known what the game would have become, I wouldn't have spent any money on it, but, you know. I enjoyed the game, I wanted to succeed, and yeah, they did alright. They made more than Pokemon, like, for a bit. But I feel like the game is almost, not on life support now, but it's definitely not nearly as, like, profitable, I think, compared to the way it used to be. The problem is, everything now costs, like... So, the way that Puzzle & Dragons work is that, you know, you get your premium gacha gems, whatever, and you get a slow amount of them over time, or sometimes they give you a big chunk for an event, and then you get, you know, obviously you pay money to get more of those. And for the longest time, it used to be like, you know, you did five gems was one roll in the gacha machine. And for the long time, that was kind of the standard, but eventually they started adding machines that cost more. It started costing, you know, some would cost 6 or 7, and then recently, like, I would say half of them now, like half of the collab machines and all that, they cost at least 7. Like, that's kind of the baseline for a lot of the collabs now, if not 10, because there's a bunch of machines now that just straight up will ask for 10 stones, but the cost of stones remains the same. So I guess people were getting too much value for their stones, so they decided let's just charge them double. And as a result, it's... I mean, even discounting all the power creep that's happened in that game, because my god, that game has power creep. So if you're familiar with computer programming, you're probably aware of, like, the integer cap. Like, the amount of data you can store in an integer file, or an integer variable. And I think unsigned variables for like, numbers are, like, 2.1 if you're using, like, 32-bit integers. And so for the longest time, that was kind of like the damage cap in the game. That was completely unreachable unless you were doing, like, meme teams that were just out there to stack damage at the expense of, you know, anything else, like any kind of self-survival. You had to use all your team's active skills to do it at the same time. Like, you could not... You weren't going to organically hit that damage cap, basically. Like, you had to actively try very, very hard to it, and usually it wasn't worth it. Because most dungeons were designed around you, like, portioning out your skills over time, rather than just popping everything at once and going John fucking Madden. So, as most mobile games do, it kind of succumbed to power creep. And leaders started getting stronger, multipliers started getting higher. At this point now, they have... It's basically impossible not to hit the level cap if you have any... Or the damage cap if you have any kind of a reasonably developed team. Like, you don't really have to try to hit it anymore, it just happens. So, they now have, like, okay, well, everything is now balanced around you doing 2.1 billion damage. Like, every single dungeon now, every single, like, current content revolves around either doing 2.1 million damage, or get this, using skills that break that cap temporarily. But generally, these are limited to, like, the good cards, like the good units, and you can only have 6 in a team, so... They're kind of, like, really encouraging you to keep on spending on the new collabs and stuff, because if you look at the tier list for Puzzle and Dragons, it's almost all collab units in the top spots. Okay, there's Giant Ghost. And the thing is, they have a 64-bit, like, they've been using 64-bit integers internally for a long time now. The 2.1 billion damage cap, that's just there for legacy purposes. They could easily uncap that now, because they've been using 64 bits for a while. But they figure, well, we can make this a mechanic. We can make people spend money to break it. And that's kind of been the way the game has been designed for the past, like, 6-7 years, I feel like, is they just introduce a new mechanic that is otherwise a pain in the ass to deal with, or impossible to deal with if you don't deal with it. Like, they have these things which are just, like, your HP is reduced by 99%, like your max HP is reduced by 99% unless you have a specific skill in your monsters. So basically, like, you have to roll for the new monsters that have that skill, and then eventually, you know, months and months and months and months down the line after the fact, they'll add that skill to a couple of older monsters to kind of give them a buff. But by that point, you know, everybody has rolled, everybody spent their money, and it's on to the next gimmick to squeeze more money out of you. Gundam Auto Chess Gotcha, that's older than Patton has. Yeah, I mean, if it's going on that long, that probably has... Like, every number is just expressed in scientific notation at this point. But the number's bigger now. I have to roll for it. I have to spend money. Nah. Nah, you don't. 100 trillion damage. Just play Disgaea. Just play Disgaea. Another gotcha ever done the stat squish? Probably not. You gotta understand, when people pay money for these numbers, they don't like when you take those numbers away. Sorry, play the actual Disgaea. Don't play the gotcha Disgaea. I should clarify, because of course Disgaea had a gotcha. I think they closed down in North America. I want to say the Japanese version might still be going. I haven't looked into that in a minute. That reminds me, I gotta get back to Disgaea 7 now that they fixed the issue that was causing that weird, like, hitching upon loading every unit into the map. Recent Windows update makes 5 and 7 freeze your... Wait, like, this is on Windows 11, or... So I'm still on 10, so I might just wait on that. Oh boy, Raymond. So all we need at this point is... What is it? We need... Gorgon, and we're good. To be fair, though, that's Windows' problem. But yeah, I understand. Just gotta spam Microsoft with support requests until somebody finally gets off their ass and fixes that. Excuse me, I'm trying to bounce a ball here. Thank you. Ooh, Death Cloak. Yes, please. What even causes that freeze? Is it like a known thing? Like it just happens consistently to anybody on Windows 11? Because I don't know that... Or is that on Windows 10 too? Oh hey, Muramosa's here too. All my friends from the last seat are coming back, with the exception of Demon Mail. Maji! Maji, honto! Oh my god. I have a giant bat, right? Yes, I do. Just need a little Gorgon. All we need. Oh god, there's spikes in this room, that's right. Might be Gorgon. Hey, there we go. Beauty. I was about to switch to Black Panther for this, like, literal inch of movement before I went back, but I guess it's not really worth it. But, like, it is a known issue, like, everybody playing the game on Windows 11 has this problem, or it's just specifically some systems. Hey, Skull Milione, could you not? Could you frickin' not? I guess I'll just take the normal path. We should be... Yeah, we should be good for Julius and Graham and all that. Got plenty of good gear. Not quite Final Sword level of strong, but Levitain... perfectly fine. Muramosa would be great for Chaos. I love to zip around Dracula's castle with my sword made out of fire. There are too many games to play. I'm just like mentally thinking about, like, I kind of want to start my Romancing Saga 2 remake play again, because it's been long enough that I've kind of forgotten what I'm up to. You know, that point in an RPG, and it's not like a super time-consuming game or anything like that. Battles are pretty snappy. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. Why am I going here? I got a top floor. This is not top floor. Oh, just not, maybe super not well known. I think I wanted to go over here, and I just auto-completed to going up, because normally I have to go up to do the Galamoth check or something. But yeah, like, I kind of want to do my... I kind of want to restart my Romancing Saga 2 playthrough, but I've also got the Dragon Quest 3 remake. But then I also want to play Zaku Zaku Actors, but then I also want to play Caves of Cub, but then I also want to play Ellen. As I said on Blue Sky, if anybody wants to give me their spare time, I'd be more than happy to take it off your hands and give it a good home. Ugh. Get your nose. I also need to try and convince some people, see if they want to play Terraria Calamity mod with me. Not on stream, I learned my lesson last time. I know people don't want to watch that, but I do want to play through it again because it's really fun. I should save. Terraria I found is one of those stream poison games like, what's it called, Neo and Monster Hunter. It's just like, for whatever reason, people don't like watching them, and I get it. You know, I can't force people to watch stuff they don't want, but just something about those specifically are just like, people do not want to see those. I remembered I have a transformation soul, so I can actually do good damage to Gram. And do some good grammage. I feel like there is, like, sometimes he teleports close enough to the wall that I can tag him with all hits of the transformation. Okay, I don't want to go too far with that, because that goes very hard. Alright. Zombie soldier, giant ghost, Gorgon. Actually need a stronger weapon, too. Left team should be fine. Here's some controller clicking. Optimal jumps. Kind of roll your finger across, or you roll your thumb across the B and Y buttons, or I guess technically B and A buttons. Okay, we can switch back to this guy, Devil, Golem, and then this can be whatever, I guess Gladiator. Going down to Tasty Meat, why not? Actually gonna duck that. Whenever you transform, you go to a standing state. And you're not invincible while transforming. Alright. I'm Dracula now. Yippee. Elfin Robe, I think, is the highest intelligence item in the game. I think Death Robe might actually be a little bit higher. Oh no, it is Elfin Robe. This is with the intelligence boost patch, though, because intelligence is kind of a lousy stat in the original game. Like, you really don't want to stack intelligence in vanilla Aria. It's just better do strength. Intelligence does not affect any souls, like any red souls, it's only blue souls, and in such a minor way that you're just gonna be better off stacking strength and defense. Luck is also similarly broken. Broken in a bad way, not a good way. Like, luck technically works, but it's so insignificant that it's not even worth your time. Luck bonuses in Aria are like a percentage of a percentage or something ridiculously small like that for boosting the stat. Okay, Death Robe, Rune Ring. I'll use the Devil Soul in the fight itself. That's a big number. Ooh, 3 hit. I think it's technically possible to get 4, but that's very difficult. Like, I think he has to be walking away from you. Ow! What a butthole. Cool it. I wonder if that one side-scrolling game that was supposed to take place in 1999, if that ever came out. I think it has, like, Julius as play. It's like a fan game. It's not actually an official thing, but I wonder if that was ever, like, worked on or finished or has an update. I feel like I heard about that when it first started happening, and then nobody talked about it. The item crashing soon. Yeah. Oh no. Got a little too greedy. I wanted to try and get the transformation in as soon as he stopped. I don't even remember what that game was called, which I probably should have saved the name of so I could check it later. I've also been keeping an eye on that Mega Man X Corrupted game. That's also been in development for like a decade and a half. That's gonna be an if it ever comes out thing, but we shall see. Did I not buy any healing? Oh no, I bought some more basic stuff, right? Because I got like tea and stuff. Okay, let's get that Black Panther. Oh, hey. I was considering saying, like, the only thing really I would want at the start here is, like, a Cleave Salish, and hey, look at that. Cleave Salish to start 2025. A blessed year. Even more blessed if I got to use it, you know, earlier in the seed, but this is still good. You love to see the Blade of Light. Fashionably late. As if to say, you never needed me, but I'll show up for you just in case. I got real scared for a second. I wasn't sure if I had Skullet or not, but now we did the underwater zone. We're good. Because if you don't have Skullet there, you do not get to finish the Chaos Dimension, even if you have all the book souls. Unless you find a way to clip through the wall, which might be possible. I'm sure in the decades this game has been out, I'm sure somebody's figured out a way to either clip through there or warp to that area past it so you don't actually need Skullet, but that kind of defeats the purpose of doing randos for me. Like, just straight up clipping through walls or whatever to skip the entire game, that's kind of just the point at which, like, just do a speed run. Okay, let's get Wooden Golem. I'll use Devil. And then we should be gravy. Got plenty of healing, so I'm not worried about Chaos. Because, yeah, like, you just kind of do that little hop. You can also bat the crystals away. It's not even that you have to dodge them specifically. You can just slap them. Tell them they've been bad, so... It is... Honestly, I think it is, like, the most scripted boss fight, because I think every other boss has some element of randomness. Even Creaking Skull. Oh, come on, man. You're like 2 hits off. Alright, let me pop a heal real quick, because I could absolutely take a bad hit and get killed. Doing a lot more damage to the eye, so hitting the core should be a lot more with the Devil Soul as well. Yeah, 71. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it is on the core. Core is like the highest defense of the game outside of like the Iron Golem in the top floor. Now, Worm's not cooperating quite as much. Yeah, Creaking Skull's attacks. He's got his little Bone Club. He shoots a fireball sometimes. Just because he's the first boss in the game and has a very real chance of being completely trivialized by getting a random item in the randomizer doesn't mean he doesn't have attacks. He's a skull and he's creaking. He's powerful and he's my friend. You respect creaking skull. Yeah, that seed was a lot faster. That was like an hour. It turns out when you get Black Panther, it makes your runs considerably faster. The soul that lets you run at like 4 times your normal speed. It in fact lets you do your run of the game much faster. I was also considering doing another of the Secret of Mana rando seeds, but I might do another practice run of that just to refresh myself, because that one I'm less familiar with than Aria. It's way more likely I'd get stuck in that one. The Secret of Mana is one of my favorite games of all time. Like, I recognize objectively it's kind of rough by modern standards, but I still enjoy it because I grew up with it. And the randomizer helps that a lot. The randomizer, which also fixes, like, your AI teammates getting stuck on literally everything. But yeah, we'll do a little bit of Aria. It's been a while. It's good to get back in here. I've missed Dracula. It's always fun hanging out. But I think that will do it for me. I don't think I'll have... Short of getting like a world record perfect seed, like getting Khalif Salish and Demon Male and, I don't know. Like all 3 books and all 3 souls and Skulla. And Black Panther and all that stuff, you would have to get tremendously lucky, and there was just some dice I'm not really willing to roll right now. I need to stand up and get some food. Well, thanks for stopping by, everybody. That was a good time to play some rando. I'm gonna raid you all over to Minimat. He's doing his observe 'em ups. So if you like looking for things and looking for differences in things, hey, good news. Matt's got you covered. And I hope you enjoy your weekend, because I keep saying this, I might stream on, like, Saturday, maybe tomorrow if I have some time, or if I feel up to it, but just... I always feel like I'm either busy doing something else or just like, I don't want to stream. Yeah, go check out Matt. He'll be doing some observe 'em ups. And I will see you, if not on the weekend, or, you know, sometime then on Monday at my usual times. Hope you all have a good one. Take it easy. Be safe, etc., etc. I'm mostly just filling time until the raid timer ticks down, which is going on now.